It's okay if it's okay. All right. So it's recording. So it's okay. All right. We Noah, just scoot over a little bit, buddy. It's okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So you can see we're in different groups today. That's because you guys are all great readers and you guys read pretty similarly. Okay. So we are starting with a new book called Riches from the Earth. Okay. Now raise your hand and tell me something. If you have ever gone outside and planted flowers or even like dug in the dirt and maybe your mom or dad got mad at you. Have you done that before?
I have. The dirt, but I planted flowers.
Leo, what did you do outside with the dirt?
Played in the mud.
Played in the mud. Okay.
My brothers, they slid on the mud down a hill once.
Very cool.
At a park.
When you have dug in the dirt, have you ever found anything like worms?
Yeah, worms.
What about anything else? Has anyone ever found any bugs?
Oh,
beetles? Because sometimes those animals live under the ground because like that's their habitat, just like we talked about in science. Okay. So today we are going to begin the book Riches from the Earth.
The screen.
And it's okay. And it says our planet. See how it's green with the light right there? That means it's still recording, okay? And it says, our planet is rich in resources, soil, rocks, minerals, water, and more. Okay? So there's a lot of things we can find. Leah, do you have a question?
I thought we were in fiction.
It's different now. We did a nonfiction and fiction. That's a good question. And now we're going along with the units and the benchmark. And our first book's a nonfiction.
So is fiction real and nonfiction
not real?
No,
It's
opposite.
Fiction
is not real.
Nonfiction is real.
Fiction is okay.
It should be
Harry Potter is fiction. It can be confusing, okay? So why don't you guys open your book and take a look, okay? Let's look at the table of contents.
So
Why is there a mineral versus possible girl?
We're on the table of contents, Jacob. Oh, okay. So there's soil. Okay, Noah. There's soil, rocks, minerals, fossil fuels, water, and then we have our conclusion, okay? So these are all topics that we're going to be talking about these next 2 weeks, okay? It's all things that we're going to focus on. Over here, one second, over here you see this vocabulary, and that's okay if some of these things that you don't know, because together as a group we are going to continually look up and try to figure out what those mean, okay? All right. So if we look at the introduction, I'm going to use Kelly as my helper, and I'm going to read the introduction aloud to you, okay? So if you look on page 2, everyone should be there, okay? And what do you think makes life on Earth possible? Cars, computers, televisions, telephones? While these things are important, they are not the secret to our survival. Earth's resources are what enable life to exist. Some of these resources can be easily seen. Others lie hidden deep beneath Earth's surface. Earth's riches are found in many places. To learn about them, you are going to take an imaginary trip. Your guides on the trip will offer a new way of thinking about these resources, or about the riches of planet Earth, sorry. Okay, so you can kind of see, if you look at the pictures, we have mini rail. Isn't that funny? What does mini rail sound like? Mineral. Digger Brown. Pete Rollum. Iggy Rock. And Crystal Waters, okay? So those are all different places that we're going to be discovering and learning about, okay?
That's probably going to be
So if we turn to chapter 1, we are going to round robin read. Guys, I need your voices off. So you're going to round robin read, and I'm going to have Kelly start with page 4, okay? Just read page 4, and you follow along.
Are you prepared to get dirty? The first part of your trip takes you through the soil. Pick up a handful of soil. The soil feels damp and loose. What do you see? You will probably find a few pieces of rock, some bits of clay and sand, and perhaps a few twigs or leaves. Soil also contains water and air. Healthy soil is rich in humus, which is decayed plant and animal Humus releases nutrients into the soil. Plants use these nutrients to grow. It might not look like it, but even the smallest handful of soil is teeming with life. In fact, more organisms live in soil than any other habitat on Earth. Animals such as mice and snakes make their homes in soil. So do millions of ants, beetles, worms, and other bugs.
Okay. Leah, why don't you read just page 5?
I thought that was right.
Yep, sure, it's okay. You're gonna get a chance to read more.
Soil is also home to forms of life too small to be seen with an unaided eye. If you look at a sample of soil through a microscope, you'll discover fungi and bacteria. They break down dead animals and plants into simpler substances that enrich the soil.
So after we read those pages, we're going to take a look and then we can look at the photos, okay? We can look at the captions. So if you look on page 4 under It's a Fact, without dirt, you would not exist. Plants get all the nutrients they need to grow from the soil. Soil also provides a place for plants to take root. Animals survive by eating plants or other animals that eat plants, okay? In the other It's a Fact on page 5, earthworms act like small plows. They tunnel through the soil, helping to mix it. Worm tunnels act as passages for air and water. Okay? Take a look at the pictures. Okay, let's turn to page 6.
6 and 7.
Okay.
AJ.
All right, Noah, why don't you read page 6 for us?
Okay.
Oh, AJ, I'm sorry. Go ahead, buddy.
In some places, the soil is only a few inches deep. In other places, it is a few feet deep. No matter how deep it is, soil eventually meets rock. More than 80% of soil comes from rock. Chemicals in rock react with Earth's atmosphere. In time, the rock surface wears away. Rain, wind, and ice play a part in breaking rock into smaller particles, too. When plants take root and grow, they help with the process. After many thousands of years, soil is created. Soil is a renewable resource. It is constantly, but ever so slowly being formed.
Okay, Noah, will you do us a big job and will you read the different horizons for us?
A horizon, dark topsoil full of rich humus.
Humus, remember that
Humus.
word? Yeah.
Humus.
B, horizon, subsoil of humus mixed with tiny stones and sand, lighter color than topsoil, and far less fertile.
What's the sea horizon?
C, horizon, lower layers of larger stones broken off the rocks below from which soil above has been made. Parent rock.
Yeah, parent rock is at the bottom, okay? So the soil forms in layers known as horizons, okay? So that's the different layers underneath the earth and underneath the ground. Yep. Okay, so Gabby, will you read page 7 for us, please?
Climate affects how quickly rock changes into soil. In regulations where the ground is frozen for most of the year, soil builds up very slowly. In contrast, soil forms quickly in the warm, wet climate closest to the equator. It can take thousands of years for soil to form, but only a short time for soil to be destroyed by careless humans. Humans activities such as logging and overgrazing rising speed up the nutrition progress of erosion.
Yep.
Planted rock keeps soil from being washed or blowed away. When forests are cut down, there is nothing to hold the topsoil in place. Every year, millions of acres turn into deserts when the grasslands are overgrazed. Even farming can harm the soil. Planting is the same crop in a field every year after removing nutrition from the soil. This leaves the soil too poor in quality to grow plants.
We learned that last year in what's it called?
See, the connection.
I forget what his name is, but the peanut butter man.
Oh.
I forget what his
Did
name.
you learn that in science?
No physical studies.
Same thing. Okay. So I'm writing here because I am going to show you how you will write out your main idea with supporting details. Because remember, that's what we're working on this week. That's our main focus for reading comprehension, is focusing on finding the main idea with supporting details. Do you guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Been working on that last week and now this week, okay? So I'm going to hand out this worksheet in a minute, but I wanted to show you an example of something that I did. So I took page 7 in the first paragraph, okay? So the first paragraph reads, climate affects how quickly rock changes into soil. In regions where the ground is frozen for most of the year, soil builds up very slowly. In contrast, soil forms quickly in the warm, wet climate close to the equator. Okay? Frozen ground.
It looks like
Okay, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, okay? So I wrote page 7, paragraph 1, so the first paragraph, and I wrote the main idea is how rock changes, okay? So you learned how rock changes. And we learned the details where the climate affects that. So I wrote soil builds up slowly in frozen ground. Okay, so that was my main detail. Okay, so now let's turn together to page 4. I want you guys to look at paragraph 3, okay? So paragraph 3 starts as healthy soil is rich in humus, okay? Which is decayed plant and animal material. Humus releases nutrients into the soil. Plants use these nutrients to grow, okay?
How the plant grows?
So let's think of a main idea. What did you say, Gabby?
How the soil breaks down and how the soil makes its nutrients.
Okay, so we could possibly say one of the main ideas is nutrients, right? So that soil has nutrients, right? Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's a supporting idea, something else that can go along with that? From something that you read in paragraph 3.
Paragraph 3.
The detail would be how the soil breaks down.
Yep. And what is that called? What's the decayed plant and animal material? The
Nutrients.
the humus.
Oh yeah.
Yep, the humus. That's the other
The
word.
hummus.
The humus.
The hummus.
Okay. The humus
Yummy.
is decayed plant and animal material. Okay. Okay. So now I am going to give these to you, and I want you to write your name. Nope. I want you to write your name, and I want you to write this for page 4, paragraph 3.
Can I have the pencil?
Can you put the pencils? Thank you. Not that much time, guys.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. Okay. So for page 4, paragraph 3, soil contains nutrients is the main idea.
Paragraph.
Yep.
able to just talk about.
So humus is decayed plant plus animal material is the supporting detail.
So,
Okay. Alright, Noah, let's get writing, please. Okay. Sorry, it's hard to read. Humus is decayed plant plus animal material. Thank you guys for writing so quickly. Okay. Now in your books, let's look at page 4, paragraph 4, so the next paragraph. And I want you to independently look at the paragraph and write your main idea with the supporting detail. So paragraph 4 is the next paragraph. Okay, humus, H-U-M-U-S, decayed. Is decayed plant. Okay, write it. So you have a light bulb.
An animal part isn't
Light bulb. Okay. Make sure you read page 4, paragraph 4, and I want you to write your main idea with the detail on it. Okay.
humans do what?
Okay. You have to read this paragraph and find the main idea with the supporting detail. Okay? Okay. Okay. To read this paragraph right here. Okay. Please read it and then I want you to put the main idea straight.
does it start? It starts. It might not.
It might not look like it.
And you can stop there because we have fun. Awesome. Okay. And I want you guys to stop where you are. It's okay. I want you to just stop where you are. I want you to put your papers in the middle like this. Put your papers in the middle like this. Okay. Somebody quickly tell me one thing you learned about the soil today. Gabby.
How all the plants and animals help the soil like build up nutrients.
Help build up nutrients. What's the funny word that we learned about today that some people were pronouncing it hummus?
Humans.
Humus.
Humus. And what does the humus do?
Hummus, yum yum yum.
Humus does what?
It decays plant
An animal.
and animal material.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys. You may go back to your seats. Maybe we're going to switch for social studies and writing.
Are you gonna stop the video?
I'm going to right now.